Welcome back, guys. This is the part 2 of the ruffled hat tutorial that I posted. We are going to be starting with the ruffles, and I'll be using a 4mm hook for the ruffles. You can also use a 3.5mm hook if you want to. So we are going to insert our hook, and then we are going to chain 2, and then we are going to do a double crochet in the next chain. Right, so a double crochet like that, and then we are going to do another double crochet in that same chain. So we should be having 2 double crochets in that chain. Remember that I said that when you chain 2, that chain 2 is going to serve as 1 double crochet. So that means that so far we have 3 double crochets, right? So now we are going to move on. We're going to go to the next chain, and we are going to do 4 double crochets in that chain, right? So it's 1. This is the first double crochet, and then we're gonna do 3 more double crochets in that chain space. So it's 2 double crochets, then we're gonna go for the third one, 3 double crochets, and now we're gonna do our last double crochet in that chain space. 4 double crochets like that. So we are going to go to the next chain, and we are going to do 3 double crochet in 1 chain. So it's 1, 2, and then we are going to do our last double crochet to make it 3 double crochets. 3. So that is the pattern that we are going to be using for the first row of ruffles. We are going to start with 3 double crochets, and then the next chain we are going to do 4 double crochets, and on the next we are going to do 3. So the pattern is 3 4 3 4 3 4 until you get to the end of the row. So I am going to meet you guys at the end of the row. Okay, we are now at the end of the first row of ruffles, and as usual we're gonna go to the first double crochet. We're gonna go to the chain at the top of that first double crochet, and we are going to do a slip stitch to finish this row. Your work should be looking like this at the end of the first row of ruffles. So now we are going to start with our second row of ruffles. Insert your hook, and now you are going to chain 3 2 3. This chain 3 is our first double crochet, so we're gonna go to the chain that is attached to that chain 3, and we are gonna do a double crochet in that stitch, and then we are going to do 2 more double crochets in there. So by the time you're done, you should be having 4 double crochets all together, including the chain 3 that we did. So this is the last double crochet. So we have 4 double crochets, including that chain 3 that we did. So now we're moving on to the next chain, and we are going to do another 4 double crochets in that chain space. 1, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. We're gonna go ahead and do 1 last double crochet so that we have 4 double crochets in that chain. and this is the last double crochet. So the pattern for this the second row of ruffles is 4 double crochets in every stitch. So we are going to continue 4 double crochets in every stitch, and I'll see you guys at the end of this row. Okay guys, I have used up 1 ball of yarn, which was 100 grams. So this is what my hat looks like so far, and I'm not done with the second row yet, but I wanted to show you guys how to attach another yarn. So you are going to prepare for a double crochet, and you're going to be having 3 loops on your hook like this. And then now you are going to take one end from the yarn that you are trying to attach. I like to pull it out from the middle because it comes out easily when I'm crocheting. So you're going to fold it like this, and now you are going to pull through 2. So you're basically using the yarn that you just that you're trying to attach. You're using it to finish that double crochet that you didn't finish at first, right? So now you are going to pull through everything like that. So now we are going to continue with our pattern where we're doing 4 double crochets in every stitch, but this time around you are going to be working on top of the extra yarn that is left because we're trying to hide it inside as we go. So I'm just going to continue doing 4 double crochets in every stitch, but on top of these 2 ends. I am now at the end of the second row of ruffles, and I'm just gonna cut this out. This is the extra yarn from when I attached the second ball of yarn. And as usual, we are going to do a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet that we did at the beginning of this row. This is what your hat should be looking like after the second row of ruffles. You can see it's already getting big and looking full. So now let's add the third row of ruffles. So you're going to insert your hook, and then we are going to chain 3, and then we're going to go to the chain that is attached to the chain 3 that we did, and we are going to do a double crochet and another double crochet in that same stitch. And then we're going to go to the next chain, and we are going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and now we're going to do our last double crochet, 3. So the pattern that we're going to be using for this row is 3 double crochets in every stitch. So we're going to continue like that until we get to the last stitch on this row. We are finally at the end of this row. This is the last row for this hat. We did only 3 rows of ruffles for this hat. So the pattern is basically 3, 4, 4 and 3. That is the pattern for the ruffles. So we're going to do a slip stitch to finish this row, and that's it guys, we are done. So the last thing that we are going to do is to weave in this end, which basically means to hide it inside the stitches or the double crochets. You don't want it hanging out when you're wearing your hat, so we're just gonna be putting them inside the back loops like that. So you insert your hook in the back loop and then you pull it out. Insert your hook, pull it out, insert your hook, pull it out. So that is all you're gonna do until you've gotten rid of everything. So this is what our hat looks like after the last row of ruffles. The ruffles are very big, they are very full. This took me about 4 hours to make, and I used 250 grams of charity double knit yarn. You can use any yarn of your choice. You don't necessarily have to use the same brand that I used. So this is the end of this tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section and I'll answer all your questions. And also please subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.